In the whirlwind of life, we feel obliged to continue. A sense of responsibility and commitment, our love for those around us, propels us to keep going. We do it because we're supposed to. What we fail to realize is that if we don't stop the machine, when there is still time to rejuvenate, the machine will stop itself. It is better to come in late than to be referred to as late. Stopping before it's too late is not a sign of cowardice or sign of weakness. Rather, it is a sign of intelligence, a sign of loving self-care, loving those that depend on you and those that matter to you. Our bodies are always speaking to us. We may either listen to our body or ignore it. Let's look at those few tips when we must stop and listen and do the necessary. Sign number 1, brain fog. When you wake up tired after a good night's sleep, you are confused. Your mental clarity is not very clear. It is an early sign that you need to rest. I need to take a break. And me time becomes very essential when you are beginning to notice signs of brain fog. Sign number 2, you are always in a bad mood. Fatigue tends to put us in a bad mood. But when exhaustion has reached its limits and your crankiness becomes chronic, you tend to be rude and cynical, unpleasant to everyone around you. It's a sure sign that you need rest. We all do it. I do it at times. And then I know for sure I need rest. Things that normally does not irritate you. Simple jokes from a friend or your children, you snap and you become very aggressive. That's a sign that your body is telling you. Sign number 3, when you find it hard to concentrate. One of the early signs that our body needs rest is when we begin to find it hard to concentrate or focus on things that we normally concentrate and focus on before. You find it very difficult to keep your focus on anything. Then it is a sure sign that your body is telling you need to take a rest. Remember, self-care, like I said, is self-preservation. Taking a rest or taking a break from the normal hustle and bustle of every day does not mean you're weak. It is a sign that you are intelligent. Sign number 4, when forgetfulness becomes very rampant. Fatigue can make us to forget things, but when you begin to forget the simplest of things, you don't know where you kept your keys, you can't remember where your glasses are all the time. Every time you seem even to forget your own name. A good reminder comes to my mind. It's a story of me and my niece. We went to the market one day and we parked the car. She was the one that was driving. We went into the market to do our shopping. So we finished the shopping, we started looking for the key. We looked everywhere. We went back, even to the places we bought every item, but the key was not there. Eventually, we went to where we parked the car. Found out that the key was on the ignition. She had left the key on the ignition. We were lucky because Lagos is not a place you leave your key and walk away. We drove the car and we went away. What got me worried was when we got to the next place to do our purchase. We got to this next place, we parked the car. Because we were both talking, I must have also been tired. We left the car once again, and this time we just dashed into a shop that was not just far from where we had parked the car, because we just wanted to pick a purchase that she had ordered the day before. We picked the purchase and then we were to go. Once again, she started looking for the keys. This time I said, let's go into the car. We found out this time that the key was not just on the ignition, but she had left the car running. I said to her, my dear, you need a rest. She had to take some rest time, and that rest time really and thoroughly helped her. We need to listen to our bodies. We need to take note of all those things. When your forgetfulness is alarming, this can be a sign of aging, but when it becomes chronic, your body may be telling you that it is time to take a rest. Sign number 5, when you feel sleepy all the time. In addition to eating well and exercising, your night sleep is very important. When you cannot fall asleep, or you fall asleep intermittently and you wake up, it is time to seek help. It is important that we sleep. Sleep is the time when our body, our brain cells rejuvenate. It is the time when we pick up our strength and we wake up strong. So once you start feeling sleepy all the time and you notice that you find it difficult to sleep, it is time to seek help. It is time to take a break. It is time to walk away from some of those things that you think is so essential. Sign number 5, when you feel sleepy all the time. In addition to eating well and exercising, your night sleep is very important. When you cannot fall asleep, or you fall asleep intermittently and you wake up, it is time to seek help. It is important that we sleep. Sleep is the time when our body, our brain cells rejuvenate. It is the time when we pick up our strength and we wake up strong. So once you start feeling sleepy all the time and you notice that you find it difficult to sleep, it is time to seek help. It is time to take a break. It is time to walk away from some of those things that you think is so essential. Remember, it is better to come in late and be late than to be referred to as late. Let's take care of ourselves. It is an essential part of good lifestyle. Finally, when your libido is at rock bottom low, the demands of parenting and work can sometimes make us lose interest in sex. But when you constantly don't feel like you are irritated and you just don't want your partner's attention, or you don't want your partner to come near, it is time to seek help. It is time that your body is telling you that you need a break, you need rest, you need to rejuvenate yourself so that you bring yourself and you become whole again. These signs are very important. What is your body telling you? Are you listening to your body? Our body is always speaking to us. We either listen or ignore the signs. Decide today to listen to these essential signs, because it can save a life. Until I come your way another time, remember, self-care is not selfishness. It is self-preservation. We all need to preserve ourselves for the sake of those who depend on us and for the sake of those that matter to us. See you next time. Keep listening to your body.